IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Football Game of the Week. Brought to you by Fairfield Medical Center, Ohio University Lancaster, R.N. Smith Heating and Cooling, Tiki Bowling Lanes, Sheridan Funeral Home, Tiberios Ristorante, Fairfield DD, the Edwards Insurance Agency, the Huddle Tire Company, the Lancaster Eagle Gazette, Fairfield National Bank, Personal Touch Party Rentals, Fairfield Federal, Dawn's Furniture, Kumler Collision and Automotive, the Carriage Company, the Fairfield Center for Disabilities, Fleet Masters, the Window Man, Ohio Christian University, the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, North Body Shop, Kirkbride Lawn Care, Wall-to-Wall Floors, and Standing Stone Bank.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the High School Football Game of the Week. I'm Jared Stewart alongside Tim Shoemaker. Tonight, we're at Carl Fell Stadium at Bloom-Carroll High School, where the Bulldogs will take on the Fairfield Union Falcons in a Mid-State League Buckeye Division battle. And Tim, immediately when we talk about this game, both these teams have quite a bit riding on it. Bloom-Carroll, they still have a legitimate shot to make the playoffs. Right now, they're in the 60% range, but if they win tonight, that jumps up to about 87%. On the other hand, Fairfield Union would love to play spoiler and get to 5-5 to finish the year.
Yeah, it'd be a great finish for the Falcons. And as far as Bloom-Carroll goes, they're 1/100th of a point behind Meadowbrook. And Meadowbrook plays arch rival Cambridge, 7.5 miles apart over in Guernsey County. So you never know what can happen. You have to take care of your own business here tonight.
We want to say thank you to Personal Touch Party Rentals. Carol and Eric Whittington would like to invite you to stop by Personal Touch Party Rentals and Events in Lancaster. They're a small family-owned business and have been serving Central Ohio and Hocking Hills area since 2003. They would love to help you plan your next event, graduation with a personal touch, weddings with a personal touch, even corporate events with a personal touch. They can be reached at 740-689-6991. And our kickoff tonight brought to you by Tiki Bowling Lanes. Fun for the whole family, offering specials throughout the week. To find out more, you can visit them on the web at tikilanes.com. The ball is being teed up. The Bulldogs will be kicking off to the Falcons on senior night here in Bloom-Carroll. Glad to have you along with us. Week number 10. Big ball game in the Mid-State League Buckeye Division for both these teams. And immediately Bloom-Carroll tries some trickery. An onside kick. It's loose. And I think the Bulldogs got it. They do.
Yes, they do.
How about the kick by Gavin Brown?
Excellent. And caught me off guard, too. So I don't feel bad. I don't feel so bad. Wow.
Student section like that call and to open the game.
Bloom-Carroll takes over first and 10 from the 50-yard line.
So Coach Wade Bartholomew opens up the bag of tricks right off the bat. Here it is.
Yeah, you can see here, anytime you get it to turn into a free-for-all, you got a chance.
Yeah. Gavin Brown did the kicking and got a nice one away. Bulldogs will come out to start the game on offense. Seth Paskey will line up in the shotgun formation. And he's going to take it right up the middle. Lots of running room. They're not going to catch him. Right up the middle, untouched for a touchdown to open the game.
That looked like you were doing it in practice with no defense there.
6 foot, 220-pound senior. We were told they were going to start a lot of seniors tonight. Those seniors might get a little more playing time than just a quick start.
Hey, if it's going to be that easy, you're going to play everybody. It won't matter, Jared.
Absolutely. Wow. 2 big plays to start the game for the Bulldogs, and they're already on the board just about 14 seconds off the clock.
I mean, it was totally a designed run for the quarterback, and he went straight up the middle.
Yeah. Nothing tricky about it. Now they'll take some time trying to figure out. The long snapper's like, I wasn't ready to snap yet. So he comes in, and they will line up that muddle huddle, and then they'll attempt the extra point. And the Bulldogs will be forced to back it up after a delay of game.
Flag on the play is delay of game against the Bulldogs. 5-yard penalty.
Our Fleet Master's call tells you it's delay a game, back them up 5, and Gavin Brown will now kick it. It'll be spotted at the 15. So a 25-yard extra point attempt is up, and it is good. Just like that, the Bulldogs are up 7-0.
It's the way you want to start on your last game. As you can see right here, it just opened up like the Red Sea.
That was the only touch right there.
Yeah.
The only time he was touched.
Yeah. Like I said, it looked as though there wasn't any defense on the field.
Right.
It's like you run in practice, when you do skeleton plays.
So the Bulldogs up early 7-0 here at Bloom-Carroll High School, Carl Fell Stadium. And always a nice place to come to broadcast a game, and I know for the fans, always a nice place. Beautiful facilities here, of course, the turf and well lit, and just nice surroundings. Just always hospitable to us, and we want to say thanks to Chad Little and the gang here at Bloom-Carroll right off the bat, because they always have us set up, and you can't beat this 50-yard line spot for us.
That's about as nice as it gets, Jared.
That's right.
Of course, we're pretty fortunate around the whole league. Anywhere we go, Mid-State League is really hospitable to us.
Absolutely. So Gavin Brown will come in to kick it off again. His first kick was a perfect onside kick. And he'll do it again to the other side. And this time, the Falcons fall on it. I thought they might have a shot at it again. This time, William Ogg fell on it for the Falcons.
Hey, try it right and then try it left.
Why not? So Fairfield Union will go on offense. Pretty good starting position here after the onside kick recovery.
Falcons will take over 1st and 10.
Yeah, Coach Bartholomew's got his tricks out of his bag. It's trick or treat, yesterday. So he must have picked a few of them up on his walk along the streets.
Will Young, there you see him, number 19, under center for the Falcons. He will pitch it out. Schultz now, no, that's Petros fires one downfield. It's caught by Jacob Figgins.
I'll tell you, we are opening up with trick or treat Friday night, aren't we?
Beautiful pass by Ray Petros.
Yeah, you gotta love it. Watch here. Little halfback option. Got behind the safety.
Led him perfectly. He caught that in stride.
That's a great throw.
Great job by our camera crew as well. So 1st and 10, inside the 15 for the Falcons. Young, this time hands it to Schultz. Schultz, looked like there was a hole there, but I tell you what, that closed up quickly. 64, coming in there to make the stop, or 54. Cody Howard.
Yeah,
Did you see that shoot? What I saw on the left side, there was a hole, and immediately Howard was in there.
I agree with you. He did what a linebacker's supposed to do.
Yeah.
He filled. He was not blocked, so he went vertical and filled and made a great tackle.
So just a yard gain, 2nd down and 9. Young will split Schultz out far to the left. To the right is Hunter Sunkel. Here's Heston on the run. He fumbled the football at the goal line. And it is recovered by the Bulldogs.
Wow.
Wow, yeah.
Well, I tell you, if it's going to keep up like this with the stuff going on, we're in for a big, entertaining night.
Here's Heston. Yeah, it was
good strip
before the goal line.
Yeah, nice strip. Offensively, you're upset with your players. Defensively, you're elated with the strip of the football to get a big turnover.
So Coach Bartholomew will send his offense back onto the field, leading at 7-0, and got themselves a big turnover on defense. So now they will start off on the 20. Seth Paskey still under center at quarterback. We thought it might be Justin Harvey, but Paskey opened up the game on a nice long touchdown run, and now he's going to fire one out there, one-on-one coverage. Was that caught? No, he lost it there at the end. I thought he might have had it. The intended receiver is Jack Shepard.
Tell you what, the grab bag of plays is out tonight and early.
2nd down and 10.
Watch here, fake the jet. See if you can hit the fly pattern. pretty gosh darn good throw there, Jared.
Tonight's replays are brought to you by Kumler Collision and Automotive Repair, a full-service auto body repair facility. Kumler Collision has been performing high-quality, guaranteed auto body repairs in the Lancaster area since 1928. Second down and 10. And we have a whistle. The official wants the down marker to change to second down. So they'll get that squared away. Harvey now in at quarterback, hands off. A good run up the near side. This is Dylan Jude all the way up across midfield. They'll mark him out right at midfield.
Well, he got to the sideline fast here, turned it into a huge gain.
Forced out of bounds by Hunter Sunkel. Big hole there.
Well, you can see how quick he got to the sidelines. Did a good job switching the ball to the outside hand.
First and 10, Bulldogs. There's a shot of the cheerleaders in the home stands. There's Jude again. This time stood up at the line of scrimmage. Heston in there, as well as Jack Young.
Brought down by the Falcons, number 9, Deanna Young. No gain on
second
play.
down and 10.
Second down and 10.
Justin Harvey is the quarterback. He has Dylan Jude behind him. Kind of that pistol formation. Here's Jude again. Following his blockers and gets up near the 45. And it'll bring up a third down
Dylan
and
Jude,
5.
the ball carrier for the Bulldogs. Brought down by the Falcons, number 36, Braden Heston.
Closer to 3rd and 6 here.
Gain of 4 on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 6.
Dylan Collier splits out wide to the right. Paskey goes in motion. Jacob Peters is also split out far to the right side. Harvey thought about passing. Now he's pressured. Nobody open. He's going to tuck it in and run, and he's got the first down.
Wow.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Looked like he had it easy, but that hit at the end pushed him backward. Depends on the spot here.
Tell you what, Jared, he did a really nice job to make sure he gained those yards, though.
Looks like they're going to bring on the chains to measure it. And while they do that, after we see this replay, we can take a look at the schedules for these two teams.
Yeah, watch here. See that cut right there? And then another one. Missed tackles by the Falcons.
Brad Wolf on that last tackle, that last hit. Here's Fairfield Union's schedule.
Well, you look at it, and as we talked about earlier, it can be 5-5, win 3 league games. That'll be an improvement over what we've had. And like I said, you can take that into your offseason and build on it.
After the measurement, he did not get the first down. It'll be 4th and about a foot. Let's take a look at Bloom-Carroll's schedule here.
Brings up 4th
Well,
down and
again,
1 for Bloom-Carroll.
You know, you're down to week 10, and you got a shot to make the playoffs. And that's all you can hope for.
Yep.
You know, you get 6-4 and you get in, it tells you played a pretty good schedule.
Absolutely. So they will go for it. 4th down and less than a yard. Paskey back in at quarterback. He's just going to keep it himself, and he has the first down. Up near the 35-yard line.
Seth Paskey, the ball carrier for the Bulldogs.
Well, you know, Paskey, he's basically just a running back. You know, that's a
big kid.
That's a total wildcat look right there. Just snap him the ball. You don't have to worry about a handoff. All he's got to do is catch the snap and go forward.
Yep.
Simple but effective.
1st and 10 Bulldogs. They lead at 7-0. 8:23 on a running first quarter clock. Harvey going to keep it himself up the middle, breaks a tackle, and all the way up near the 20. Good run by Justin Harvey, the junior.
You know, I hate to harp on it, but it's really just poor tackling right now, honestly. You know, last week the Falcon defense got players of the week. We honored their defense. They played so well in the second half. Jared, you can see here, there's one there, 2.
Yeah.
You know, just too many missed tackles.
Harvey hands it off to Jude. There's another missed tackle as Jude was almost stopped at the line of scrimmage, but look at this. He almost has a first down.
You know, all sports can sometimes appear to be complicated, but the bottom line is it comes down to fundamental things. And, you know, I hear it from football coaches over and over. Two things you got to do well. You got to block well, and you got to tackle well. And right now, it's really hurting the Falcons.
Gain 7 on the play, brings up 2nd down and 3.
2nd and 3 here. After the first down, 7-yard carry. Dylan Collier trying to get to the outside. Needs to get to the
number 8.
11
Collier,
for a first down.
For the Bulldogs. Brought down by the Falcons, number 8, Nick Schultz.
And again,
gain of 2 on the play, brings up 3rd down.
They're going to say 3rd down, very short.
Very short.
So 3rd down and short. Harvey again works out of that shotgun alone. Nobody with him. Fires one out there to Jude. Jude has a first down and more, and he's out of bounds at the 8.
See, one of the big differences and why those plays are so good in high school, well, we got a penalty.
Yeah, we do.
Run out of bounds by the Falcons, number 11, Jared.
It's going to bring it back.
There's a flag on the play.
We'll hear the official Fleet Masters call.
Illegal blocking back. 14 on the offense. 10 yards to the spot.
Our tonight's Mike the Ref is brought to you by Fleet Masters. For over 20 years, Fleet Masters has provided medium and heavy-duty truck repairs for our customers throughout central and southeastern Ohio. They are locally owned and operated with their 10,000-square-foot facility located at 202 Corey Road in Lancaster. FleetMastersLLC.com, and look at that, touchdown run for Justin Harvey.
Hey, he just picked his way, and he's got good feet, and really there wasn't anybody touching him, Jared, all the way into the end zone.
Number 1, Justin Harvey, the ball carrier for the Bulldogs.
You know, and I don't want to take away from the Carroll players as far as, you know, the Falcons not tackle, because the Carroll players obviously aren't easy to tackle either.
Right.
But you have to do a better job if you want to stay in the game, because Carroll's going to put some points on the board if you don't.
One of the strangest looking setups you'll see for an extra point here. Now they'll bring them all back together.
Into 10th point after touchdown for the Bulldogs is number 11. Gavin Brown.
Brown is on to kick the extra point out of the hold of Cooper Vest. Low snap, Vest is able to get it down, and the kick is good.
Point after a touchdown, kick is good. For 6 minutes,
So the Bulldogs with a 14-0 lead after they took it 80 yards after their defense came up with a big turnover.
Yeah, scoring off a turnover, no matter how you do it, especially with an 80-yard drive, is impressive.
See the scoring drive, the scoring summary here.
Pretty simple, 12 plays and 3:59, almost 4 minutes off the clock, and a couple runs that really wasn't a lot of resistance, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Hey, all game long, you see the scoreboard at the bottom of the screen. Tonight's scoreboard sponsor in every game is Buffalo Wild Wings. Thanks to Larry Tipton and the gang for great food, great service, and the best sports viewing in town. It's all at Buffalo Wild Wings in the Plaza Shopping Center on North Memorial Drive. And remember, for every one of our games of the week, Buffalo Wild Wings will have the instant replay televised after the game at the Buffalo Wild Wings Lancaster location. It's a good shot at quarterback Justin Harvey, who just moments ago ran one in for a touchdown to give his team a 14-0 lead.
Well, make no bones about it. You know, he showed when he was caught in the pocket. He's elusive and he's got good feet. But, you know, it's going to be tough for the Falcons unless they buckle down defensively, because Carroll's going to, you know, you're already down 2 touchdowns. You've got to make something happen here.
Return up the far side for the Falcons. Gets him out to about the 30. Looks like 33 on the return.
Number 33.
Check that out, Shu.
Keaton Boyle returned to kick for the Falcons.
Pretty athletic.
Not only is that talent, that takes courage, in my opinion. And you know what? The trust has to be monumental.
Falcons will take over 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line.
Keaton Boyle was the return man for the Falcons. He gets him out to the 30. Will Young now will work out of the shotgun with Heston right beside him. Hunter Sunk will split out to the right. And we have a whistle and a timeout. Tonight's timeouts are being brought to you by Carriage Company, located at 1031 North Memorial Drive you can check their website out at carriagecompany.com. And Shu, as always, we have plenty of folks that are on board that have been on board with us all year long, making high school football possible.
Such great sponsors we have, like Fairfield Medical Center. They improve quality of life through patient care and education. Fairfield Medical Center is people you know and care you trust. And we'd also like to say thanks to the Ohio University Lancaster campus and Pickering Center. Imagine your possibilities when they're transforming lives and transforming communities by providing access to an affordable college education which is close to home. 12 bachelor's degrees and 14 associate degree programs can be completed on campus. For more information, you can visit ohio.edu/Lancaster/imagine.
So out of the timeout, Falcons will have 1st and 10. They're our perch here at Bloom-Carroll.
Yeah, I mean, we're very privileged right here. I watch a game at the 50-yard line on Friday night.
Can't beat that.
No.
Young hands it off to Heston. Heston with a nice run all the way up near midfield.
Well, you know, the Falcons had a great drive.
Yeah, they did.
And, Heston just fumbled, which he doesn't do very much, and had a great drive, got to the goal line, and big play by the Carroll defense, but there's another big play. So Falcons going to see what they're made of here. If they can put another drive together, you can get within one score and back in the game.
Yep. Jack Young checks in. He'll line up at tight end. Heston will be right behind Will Young, who's under center this time. Sunkel to the right, Schultz to the left, and Young and Heston ran into each other. And that's going to be a loss or no gain on the play.
Will Young, the ball carrier for the Falcons.
Something went haywire there.
Number 60, Isaac Spangler. And number 53, Hunter Lowe. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 10.
Will Young turned around to hand off, and he was bumping into Heston. So 2nd and 10, no gain. Young hands it off to Heston left side this time, and Heston a gain of a couple out to the 50.
Yeah, look who chased him down.
Number 36, Braden Heston, the ball carrier.
Is that 53?
54.
Cody Howard again.
Yeah, he's really active.
Beast.
He looks like a linebacker.
6'2", 245, and a senior.
Yeah, he moves really well laterally too, Jared.
There's a big 3rd down right here for the Bulldog defense. They'd love to get a stop. Young, and a whistle.
Timeout.
Okay. It did look like there was some confusion on the Falcons side.
There was a player attempting to leave and then come back, and I'm not sure the communication was all clear. So
well, and Colin Woodside checked in a little late, and it looked like as he ran by Will Young, Young gave him the play, and then no sooner did he get set, the ball snapped, and just looked like there was all kinds of confusion. So good decision on the part of the Falcon coaching staff to call timeout there.
Yeah, this is a big play. You said big play for the Carroll defense. It's a big play for the Fairfield Union also, because you're 3rd and 8, you're at midfield, you've driven the ball, you've done some nice things, had a couple of big plays, good runs. You want to keep it going here because you've got to halt their momentum, or you're going to end up getting blown out of the game here. Yep.
See Coach Bartholomew there talking to his defense. Good young coach. Several good coaches here in the Mid-State League. He is one of, if not the youngest, and has done a fine job in his 2 years here at Bloom-Carroll.
Sure has.
Young back to pass, looking downfield, and hits his man Jacob Figgins. Good catch, and he's out of bounds for a 1st down.
Yep, nice throw, nice catch.
Young's pass is complete to number 1, Jacob Figgins.
Tell you, when they're able to throw the ball, that just makes the Falcons that much more dangerous.
It does.
Traditionally they've been pretty conservative and run the football, and that's really important and good, but you also have to have a few pass plays in there, and they've been successful tonight so far.
Look to see maybe a couple passes to Colin Woodside as well. Their big tight end. He's lined up on the left side now. Sometimes they'll throw to Schultz as well. Here's Schultz on the run, and nothing there.
Yeah, good
Cody
penetration.
Howard again.
Yeah.
Falcon ball carriers, number 2.
Howard had
Nick
some help this
Schultz.
time from Noah Wolf and Hunter Lowe.
Brought down by the Bulldogs, number 63, Vinny Weiscarver.
It'll bring up a second down and 11.
Play brings up second down and 11.
Young will work under center. Lots of confusion again on the Fairfield Union offensive side. Young will roll to pass. He's got Woodside wide open down to the 20 and brought down at the 14-yard line.
There you go, Jared. Calling plays again on us. Tell you what, a nice throw running left.
Yeah.
To number 45, Colin Whiteside. Brought down by the Bulldogs, number 23.
You can see him rolling. That's not an easy throw, but boy, he put it right on the money.
Result of the play
He's
is
a
good
big
for
target,
Falcons.
too.
First
He
down.
is. Collins stands 6'5", 250. Am I reading that right? Just a sophomore?
Yes.
Wow. On 1st and 10, it's a carry down near the 10-yard line.
You know, some years, at times you get to see people
Number
early and late, and
36,
this year we got to see
Brayden
Fairfield Union
Heston,
open the
ball
season.
carrier for the Falcons.
We've seen them late,
down by the
and
Bulldogs,
they're doing
number
some really
53,
nice
Hunter
things.
Lowe.
But you see the development of a player that's a sophomore like Colin
Gain of
Woodside.
3 on the play, brings up second
You
down
noticed
and
him the
7.
first game, but now you really notice him because he's more involved in
Right.
plays.
Second down and 7, clock down inside of, or right at 2:30 to play here in the first quarter. Young looking to pass, has his man Woodside for the touchdown.
They're back in the game.
Young's pass.
That was a nice looking pass. He was not really a roll, he was almost a
Number
sprint
45,
to the right as he
Whiteside.
threw that.
I tell you, Coach Rosser's got to
play
love
is good
this,
for a
being
Falcon
quarterback
touchdown.
coach, because he's throwing those on the rollouts
Yep.
and sprints. I know Coach Bain's probably not real comfortable with all that, but I tell you, Coach
Look at
Rosser,
That was
great.
nice.
That's a great throw. He threw ahead one going left, which is not easy for a
Yep.
right-hander, and that's a real nice throw.
Will Young, the junior quarterback, transfer from Lancaster.
Into
And
the
he's
10
had a
point
fine
touchdown
season.
For the Falcons, number 19, Will Young.
He will kick the extra point. It is up and it is good, and Falcons back in
Kick
at
is good.
14-7 now.
With 2 minutes, 24 seconds left in the first quarter, your score, Bloom-Carroll Bulldogs 14, Fairfield Union Falcons 7.
You know, Shu, you talked earlier about, how good of a season it's been, and I tell you, one thing's been good about it as well, and I think the fans would agree, and that's the weather. Other than 1 week where we had a lot of rain, it hasn't been. It's been pretty mild. We haven't had a lot of coldness. I mean, it's a little chilly out there tonight, but it's football weather.
Yeah, it's a fall day, and we're at the end of October. I mean, it's been great. You look at the drive there, nice drive. Second time in a row they put something together, though. Just had the mistake early, but boy, what a nice drive. 8 plays for 70 yards, take up over 4 minutes and 18 seconds. That's excellent.
What's been impressive, especially in that drive for Fairfield Union, was the mixture, the run, the pass. It was just a well-designed. Both their drives.
Absolutely, it just makes you that much tougher to defend.
Feet for the Bulldogs, number 23.
Woodside will
Joe
kick it
Jude,
off.
And number 21, Jack Shepard.
It's going to be a bouncing kick. It's loose on the field. I think the Bulldogs got it. Someone was there in the right spot at the right time. Number 3, that's Fisher Jones.
Fisher Jones.
I tell you, it has been an eventful night for interesting plays already.
Watch this replay.
Well, you got the turf, so here we go. Second bounce, watch what happens.
Short hop. Well, no. Oh, right off the head.
Well, you saw the soccer line, you thought, oh, I'm wrong sport, wrong sport.
Boink. On first down, it's a low snap, and Justin Harvey went to a knee to field it, and so he's down, and that's going to be a loss, about 5 on the play.
Yeah, that's smart. Most important thing there's ball security.
Yeah.
Loss of 5 on the play, brings up second down
Mentioned
and
that
15.
seemed like soccer. Both these schools have some successful soccer teams that we could talk about tonight, Shu.
Absolutely. We'll share that here in a moment after this play.
Justin Harvey in that pistol formation. with Sword behind, Dylan Jude behind him. Harvey rolling out the pass. He's got pressure, and he's going to be sacked in the backfield deep.
Now that's the aggression if you're a Falcon fan you want to see out of your defense.
William Ogg as well as number 62, Andrew McCandlish in there. Here it is.
Oh, just immediate pressure and not a missed tackle. He made sure he got a hold of him and got him down. Of course, I think his own player hurt him.
Yeah, you're right. So 3rd down and 29 here for the Bulldogs.
There aren't very many plays that you can call for that.
Harvey going to keep it himself, and he broke through one tackle and gets up near the 30-yard line, but still well shy of the 1st down. He's not even back to the original line of scrimmage.
No, that's a good play by Fairfield's defense to give that up. Make sure you cover deep.
We have a Bloom-Carroll player slow to get up. And there you see him. While they take a look at him, let's talk about the soccer programs for both these schools. One girls team having a great season, one boys team still playing.
Well, I think we have a picture here, don't we, of the Bloom-Carroll
I think so.
girls soccer team. You can see right there that they were MSL champs and still playing in the district tournament, which I believe is tomorrow.
Look at that, back to back to back to back, 4 times in a row. How about that?
4 backs.
Yeah.
Wow.
So congratulations and good luck to the Bloom-Carroll girls soccer team. And on the other side, Fairfield Union's boys team, just last night I think it was, they beat Unioto.
Yeah, and they play down at Logan tomorrow evening for anybody that's interested, 6 o'clock. They play for a district championship.
So how about that? So congratulations to both Bloom-Carroll girls soccer team and Fairfield Union boys soccer team, and they are moving on. So we wish them the best of luck. And as we see the injured Bloom-Carroll player, that's Isaac Spangler, coming off the field under his own power. That's good to see.
Yes. Still limping, but at least he's coming off on his own.
Punt formation for the Bulldogs is number 8.
So 4th down and 14. Dylan Collier will punt it away. Back for the Falcons is Schultz, Nick Schultz. And over on the far side, I think that's Ray Petros. Can't see the number. Collier gets the kick away, and Petros will fair catch it right about the 39-yard line.
Yeah, good choice right there.
So the Falcons will go back on offense with the chance to drive down and tie it up.
Falcons will take over first.
Well, they've had 2 successful drives. You've had it twice here in the first half. See if they can put together a 3rd drive and put this thing even.
You see a shot into the Fairfield Union huddle as Will Young gives them the play.
A lot of success in the air last drive. Let's see what happens here if that opens up the running game a little bit.
Young will hand it off to Heston, spinning his way, but not a lot there. Look how many purple jerseys in on that tackle.
Number 36, Brayton Heston.
Yeah, that's what they call getting to the football.
Yeah.
Brought down by the interior of the Bulldog defense.
Clock going to roll down inside of 20, probably the last play of the first quarter.
Brings up 2nd down and 8.
I think they're just going to let the time run out. Won't be a very long walk. They'll just walk about 10 yards to the other side of the 50. And it's been an eventful first quarter. We saw a lot of trickery and lots of good plays and, you know, 1 turnover, but both these teams playing hard, and you can tell that they have a lot to play for.
It's definitely fun. I can't remember when we haven't had fun, though, when we come to do mid-state games.
Well, Shu, we have, like always, some great businesses around Fairfield County that support us, and let's say thanks to some of them.
Thanks to your community newspaper, the Lancaster Eagle Gazette. They give you news, weather, sports, and so much more at LancasterEagleGazette.com. For up-to-date game stats, look for them on Twitter at #EagleGazette. And of course, Standing Stone Bank. Whether you're ready to tackle a mortgage loan or need cash for home improvements, make Standing Stone Bank the key player in your home or business financial plans. Business to business, neighbor to neighbor. Let's grow this town together. Standing Stone Bank, an equal housing lender. Member FDIC. Woo!
Got shoe dancing up here.
That a baby. All
The
for
thought
the
of you
standing
dancing,
stone.
I got a visual of you in your umpire uniform dancing. What was the old? Was it Naked Gun?
Yeah, I'm going to
Leslie
do
Nielsen?
Yeah, sometime before I wrap it up, Jared, I'm going to do one of those. Get one of those strike calls where I get a moonwalk across home plate.
That's one of Gavin's favorite things to do is watch YouTube videos of crazy third call strikes from umpires. He cracks up laughing at
It
those.
is funny stuff.
2nd down and 8 for the Falcons. Young rolling out, goes right to pass, and just overthrows Jacob Figgins.
Young's pass intended for number 1, Jacob Figgins, is incomplete.
Well, you know, talking baseball, Jared, Game 3 of the World Series.
That's right.
You know, you and I were talking.
Yeah.
Not necessarily teams that you specifically root for all season, but if you're a baseball fan and you like teams that play the game the right way, these two teams play the game the right way.
They
Jared.
do. I'm, you know, as a disgruntled Reds fan, I got to root for the Royals. You know, they're Game 1 and Game 2 starting pitchers, of course, former Reds. But I'm glad to see both of them pitch well, and so I'm pulling for the Royals. Young being pressured, and he's going to be sacked all the way back at the 40-yard line. And he's slow to get up. I'm going to get a 4th and 10.
Well, that's big for the Bulldogs because they've lost momentum. But you can see here, he really didn't have an opportunity to make a decision.
Yeah, Dylan Jude came in there very quickly, and then it got some help from Howard.
Well, Howard's everywhere. I mean, you've already called his name a lot, and I think you're going to call it all night.
Yep.
For the Bulldogs, be number 8, Dylan Collier.
So Will Young, who's also the quarterback, also the place kicker, is the punter as well, and he had it blocked. And it's picked up by Jude, and he's going untouched for the touchdown.
Special teams play. What a huge play by the Bulldogs of Carroll.
As a result of Cody Howard's block punt. Picked up
Guess
the
who got the
running back,
block?
Number 23, Dylan Jude.
Cody Howard.
Touchdown,
Hey, he's a
Bulldogs.
football player, man.
There it is.
Sure did.
And then you'll see Jude here. That's the beauty of the turf, that perfect bounce right to him.
That was a perfect bounce. It's like a one-hopper to shortstop. Grab it and go.
Yep. 2 big special teams plays tonight for the Carroll Bulldogs. First one was the onside kick to start the game that they recovered, and now the block punt for a touchdown.
Into the 10th point after touchdown for the Bulldogs is number 11.
And Gavin Brown will be on to attempt the extra point to put them up by 2 scores. And it is blocked.
And I wish they would make that play live, Jared.
Yeah, I agree.
I do. I really think that would make football fun.
What do you think the reason is that it's not?
Probably because it never was.
Yeah, it's true.
Honestly, I mean, that sounds ridiculous,
Yeah.
but a lot of times people don't want to make changes just because it's always been that
Well, we never
way.
did it, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as you watch the college football game, it's great if they can play that live.
Jimmy Spires right there. What's the flavor of that lollipop?
Well, you got to remember, trick or treat again
That's
was
right.
last night. And
Whose trick or treat bag did he raid?
I bet Jim was dressed up, to be honest with you.
Probably was.
Yeah.
Or he was handing out candy and saying 1 for you, 2 for me.
Yeah, I've done that before.
So the Bulldogs, after the block punt for a touchdown, they couldn't get the extra point, but they lead it 20-17, or I'm sorry, 20-7.
Deep for the Falcons, number 7, Spencer Conrad.
You know, from a fan standpoint like us, who we don't really care who wins the game.
Right.
It's entertaining.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's entertaining us,
Yeah.
at least. You never know what Week 10's going to look like. You just don't know.
Yep.
It's emotional because of seniors on both
Right.
teams.
Brown will kick it away. It's going right down the middle. This is Spencer Conrad on the return. And he's got some moves. He's up across the 40. Nice return by Spencer Conrad.
Getting a little chippy here on some plays, and that's okay. You know what? Officials will sort it out if it goes beyond the line. I kind of like it. People are getting blocked and It's the way you better leave it on the field. Because there's not a week, for the Falcons, there's no week 11 for sure. And for the Bulldogs, it's, possibly.
Right.
But there's no guarantee, so leave it all out there.
So 1st and 10 for the Falcons. They trail it 20-7. Just under 11 minutes to play in the first half. Will Young. Here's Conrad. He pitched it to Conrad. Now Conrad fires a pass out to Woodside, and it's almost intercepted. I tell you what, credit Colin Woodside, because that ball was intercepted, and Woodside laid a hit that knocked it loose.
He played D-back right there. But I like it. You got a reverse pass there.
Yep.
Problem is you need Petros throwing it.
Yeah, that's true. He completed it first offensive play of the game for the Bulldog or for the Falcons.
They did a little wingback pass. That was a reverse pass that time.
Here it is. Here's the replay. Watch Woodside become a defensive player here.
He just underthrew it.
Yep.
I mean, he just didn't get enough air in it.
2nd and 10. Young passes out, and it's incomplete pass.
That's a good call.
He was trying to hit Hunter Sunkel,
Young's pass intended
and that'll bring up a 3rd and 10.
for number 32, Hunter Stumble, is incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
We may already have seen more passes in this game than we've seen all year in some of the teams we've covered.
Well, pretty much Lancaster establishes the run.
Yep.
Amanda establishes the run. Fairfield Union establishes it, which is that's fine. Coach what you know. But it's really been an open offense tonight.
They're bringing the house after him, and they're going to get him. Cody Howard again.
That looked like a screen.
Yep.
And it wasn't. And that's bad news when you're on offense. It looks like a screen where you let the defenders come.
Cody Howard as well as Noah Wolf in on the sack. So 4th down and 18. The Falcons will have to punt it away. The last one was blocked right about this same area, just on the other hash mark. It'll be Dylan Collier back to receive it. Will Young to punt it away.
I saw Young counting his players. He's probably thinking last time there were more than 11. There
That's
had
true.
to be.
This time he gets it away quickly, and it's a pretty good punt. Backs
Sure
Collier
is.
all the way back inside the 25. Collier runs over a man and is brought down right about the 40.
Dylan Collier returned the punt for the Bulldogs.
That's a pretty good catch, Jared. He boomed that pretty good. He caught that on his shoulder pad.
Like a center fielder.
He did.
Going back to catch that one.
Brought down by the Falcons. Number 82, John Myers.
So the Bulldogs back on offense, 1st and 10 at the 39.
39-yard line. The Bulldogs take over 1st
Speaking
and
of
10.
playoffs, we mentioned that this Bloom-Carroll Bulldog team with a win will almost, it's not guaranteed,
No.
but it's up near 90% chance of making it. But the other team around the area, of course, the Lancaster Golden Gales have locked themselves into the playoffs.
Yeah, with a win tonight, they're going to guarantee themselves a home spot. And then you just don't know from there. There's a lot of factors that how the playoffs work. I don't know if a lot of people understand all the level 2 and because it's based upon your schedule. Not only do you get points for the teams that you play, if they have successful seasons, you gain points, and that's where Lancaster's had a lot of success.
Right.
If you look at the level 2, because the teams they've beaten, Pickerington just won their 10th straight OCC championship last night. They beat Pickerington, and they beat DeSales,
Right.
who has only one loss right now. So, you throw that in, and boy, it just starts to accumulate for you on a positive note as far as the points.
Harvey keeps it himself, and he has a 1st down and more up across midfield.
Now, they've gouged the Falcons with that quarterback
Yep.
kick right up the middle, too. Nothing cute about it.
1st and 10. Result of the play is good for Bulldogs. 1st down.
So it'll be 1st down and 10 at the 48-yard line. End around here. This is Grant Dozer, and not much there.
Grant Dozer, the ball carrier for the Bulldogs. Brought down by the Falcons. Number
Well,
42,
for the
Mike
Falcons,
Jude.
this is
No gain on the
obviously
play, brings up second down and 10.
critical as far as defensively, because you cannot get down any further at this point and probably hope to have a chance to win the football game. You have to have a stop on this sequence.
Harvey, pump fakes. He's pressured and lofts one out to the sideline and just throws it away.
Harvey's pass intended for number 2, Austin
It's a
Sorg. is
third down
incomplete.
and 10.
Brings up third down and 10.
He had a lot of pressure there coming in after him.
Yeah, he did. He's very elusive, though. We've seen that already, that he can get away from pressure, dances around the pocket, and sometimes escapes the pocket. So he's a challenge for you defensively.
Third and 10 here for the Bulldogs. Pressure again. Jack Young pressuring him, and this pass is incomplete.
Harvey's pass intended for number 8, Dylan Collier, is incomplete.
Big defensive series for the Falcons. Get that stop and get the ball
Brings
back
up fourth
now,
down
because
and 10.
if you can get some points now, no matter how many or what kind of points, you put yourself back in an opportunity to possibly win the football game.
Collier to punt it away. Schultz and Petros will stand at the 20 to receive the punt. It's a high snap. Collier brought it down and gets a good punt away. And takes a Bloom-Carroll bounce inside the 5, and they will down it at about the 2-yard line.
Wow.
Collier's punt is down by number 21.
Great punt by
Jack
Dylan
Shepard.
Collier.
Well, it was from their own 48, so you can give it a 50-yard kick and with no return. You'll take that every time.
Absolutely.
First and 10.
You know, punting is one of those positions where nobody remembers the good ones. Everybody remembers the bad ones. Like the Michigan punter, against Michigan State. He had some phenomenal punts in that game that'll never be remembered. All they're going to remember is the drop snap.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, but that's how it works.
Yeah.
Same with the place kicker, same way.
Rob Falvo, the director of the Bloom-Carroll Bulldog Marching Band. They always put on a good show and sounded good tonight here on senior night.
What's fun to see is kids having a good time.
Absolutely. Handoff over that right guard, and not much of a gain there, if any.
Number 14, Brad Wolf, the ball carrier for the Falcons.
Brad Wolf on the carry, the other Lancaster
Number
transfer.
63, Vinny Weisgarber. No gain on the play.
Second down and 10. Just trying to get some breathing room
Second
here.
down and 10.
Yeah, you just want to get out from the shadow of your end zone here.
Figgins has to sprint off the field. Boy, I thought they broke the huddle with 12 there.
Well, I talked to Tom Stoughton. There's no rules in high school against it.
Okay.
He said that's one of the rules. We have a whole thing of rules difference.
You're right.
We talked about, but that's a big thing that's not a penalty in high school.
So we have a timeout on the field. Clock is stopped at 7:15 to play here in this first half. And Shu, we talked about the playoffs. Go ahead and talk about the officials first.
Well, Jim Beery, our referee tonight. Eric Rose, the umpire. Rick Farrs, the linesman. The line judge is J.B. Mills, and the back judge is Mark Boyce.
You and I were talking about, speaking of officials, on the way over, we're talking about officiating when it comes to playoffs, and it's not done the same way as far as how these officials get picked for playoff games. It's not done by a league assigner, is it?
And not at all. It's done by the state, and their coaches are required and asked to do evaluations, but officials are also rated by assigners, by athletic directors. So there's a lot of feedback that goes into OHSAA that determines who gets to officiate the games. And there's no perfect science, but everybody's trying to get better in OHSAA and officiating as far as evaluating, observing, and trying to just improve the officiating for the high school football, basketball, baseball, and et cetera.
The voice that you hear there, that is our head referee tonight, Jim Beery. There's a handoff. It's Wolf again. Wolf out across the 10. There's the breathing room they needed, but it's going to bring up a third down and short.
Yeah, really good effort,
The ball
though.
carrier for the Falcons.
Bounced that to the outside off the left side and kept his balance and made some extra yards. He gave him a first down, I think, Jared.
Oh, wow, yeah, he did. So nice run by Brad to give him a first down. So 1st and 10, Fairfield Union. Wolf stays in the ball game. He's lined up right behind Heston. Here's Brad Wolf again, right up the middle, and this time nothing there.
Number 14, Brad Wolf, the ball carrier for the Falcons. Brought down by number 53, Hunter Lowe.
Wolf and Young, both
No gain on the play.
juniors. We mentioned that they transferred from Lancaster High School, and right now that's proven to be good decisions for them, getting some good playing time on the football field. But both of them as well are good baseball players. They're going to help out Coach Weber's Falcon baseball program as well. 2nd and 10, no gain on the first down run. Young rolling out the pass. And Woodside's out there, but he overthrows him. It was 1-on-2 coverage, but even with that, with as big as Woodside is, you throw it up there, he's got a chance to get it.
Yeah. Fairfield Union side's giving him back jets a little grief, but you know what? That's a good no call, Jared. Tell you what, you saw his arm, though. Pretty good throw right here. Watch him roll, and he gets that back foot, and he gets into this one. Zipped that pretty good.
Yeah, he did.
I think that's a good
their
call.
feet just got mixed up. There was no push there. See, what they can't see that the arms weren't extended. He didn't push
No,
him.
there was nobody gained an advantage in that situation.
3rd and 10. And we have movement early.
Red ball. Ball starting on the offense, number 52.
Now, that came across the PA system there. How would you like your number called across the PA?
I hear you.
Yeah, I sometimes wonder whether that's necessary for high school,
right?
College and pro. I'm okay with that, but high school, is that really necessary?
I don't think so.
Nah, I don't think so. The kid knows.
Right.
The whole offense knows. And if he doesn't, the coach will remind him to let him know. So.
Although, in basketball, doesn't the PA announcer say foul on number 25?
I don't think they have to announce it, to be honest with you. I don't think it's necessary to be announced.
Young rolling to pass again and overthrows his intended receiver. This time was Heston.
Well, I tell you, it's a good field position for Carroll. When you look at, about 6 minutes to go, you're going to have a short field to probably drive the ball.
And keep in mind, they have blocked one, and this time Will Young will be in the end zone to punt this away.
Well, if I'm the Falcons, I'm looking for 54 to make sure he doesn't come through the middle here.
And they've got a pretty good return man in Collier back at about the 42-yard line. Again, a good punt by Will Young. Backs Collier up to the 50. Trying to get to the outside. There's going to be a block in the back. And Collier gets up across the 40 to about the 37, but that's coming back.
I really thought he kind of backed off on really, but the referee has a better view there and probably thought that he gained an advantage by pushing him on, but boy, it wasn't much. I mean, it was right in front of us.
Yeah.
Here you go. Watch here. Now watch. Is it, man? Kind of faded on us, but
wow, he didn't.
I watched the whole play, Jerry. I didn't think it was that significant.
Yeah, he kind of let up. It was like he almost started to, and then he realized, I can't do that.
That's the discipline that's got to come out, But he came to the sideline, and Coach Bartholomew had one of those forlorn looks on his face, like, why, why? If you've coached, you've been there and had that feeling.
I hear you.
Why? Oh, the fun of it all.
1st and 10 Bulldogs. Harvey will reset Dylan Jude to his left, and he will hand it to Jude. Jude dances his way up near the 45.
Number 23, Dylan Jude, the ball carrier for the Bulldogs.
Give him a gain of 3. 2nd down and 7.
Brought down by the Falcons.
Clock rolls down to 5:24 and counting here in this first half.
Gain of 3 brings up second down and 7.
Jude. Was that caught? No, it was behind his intended receiver. Almost brought in a great catch. Colin Sells was the intended receiver.
Yeah, that would have been a great catch.
Yeah.
I mean, he cut in the seam of the zone, but it just wasn't on target.
Third down and 7 now. Harvey by himself in the backfield. Low snap, going to keep it himself. And he's got some running room, first down and more.
I tell you, he broke the initial tackle on the pressure, and it just freed him up.
Which would have been a tackle for a loss.
Yeah, it was great pressure. Just he's elusive enough and slippery that he got away from the pressure and made a first down.
So Carroll now inside Falcon territory. The 41-yard line, 1st and 10, clocked out inside of 5 minutes to play in the first half. Here's a handoff to Jude, right up the middle. And that's a pretty good run on first down as well.
That's probably, other than the quarterbacks, that's been their best run tonight.
Seth Paskey was back in a quarterback on that play. Looks like he'll stay in there.
Number 62, Andrew McCandlish. Gain of 5 on the play.
Now, you know, as we mentioned before, Paskey's pretty much their running version of their quarterback for sure, but you wouldn't know.
No. This time he tries to run it, but there was nothing there.
Because Harvey's been real effective with the run.
Seth Paskey, the ball carrier for the Bulldogs.
Woodside was in on the tackle, as well as 14.
Loss of 2 on the play brings up third down and 7.
I have 14 listed as Luke Wood. No, that's Brad Wolf. Sorry about that. Forgot that Brad changed numbers. Third down and 7. Paskey now will fire one way up in the air, and it's incomplete. Nick Schultz on the coverage.
Paskey's pass.
It's just kind of a jump ball. I mean, he just kind of lofted it, put a lot of air under it, and said, make a play.
Yep. So 4th and 7, it's looking like they're going to go for it. Nope, here comes Collier.
Yeah,
play the field position game.
Yeah, when you're up 2 scores, and you know, right now their defense has settled down. You know, Fairfield drove it the first 2 series, and they haven't given up anything since then. I think it's a smart move.
Ray Petros and Nick Schultz back to receive Collier's punt. And they will fake it. Snap right to Seth Paskey, up the middle. First down and more across the 20.
We should have known, right? It's that night of trick or treat.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what? Coach Bartholomew, I mean, he's pulling them out.
Number 9, Gianni Young. Result of the play. Good for Bulldogs.
I mean, when you start the game with an onside kick.
Watch it. Went right to him.
Man, he's a good runner. And as we said earlier, Jared, they've killed him right up the middle. With the straight snap and right straight through the middle. It's good preparation and scouting by the Bulldog coaching staff.
Paskey will stay in at quarterback, going to keep it himself. And again, dancing his way through there. He's got good vision. See him making some cuts.
Well, he's a running back.
Yep.
You know, he's at the quarterback position per se, but he's running. Yeah. You're just getting the ball to him immediately.
Gain of 6 on the play brings up second down and 4.
2nd and 4 after the 6-yard carry. Paskey will look to the sideline to change the play here. So clock's down inside of 3 minutes to play in the first half. Paskey looking to pass and overthrew his man, led him a little bit too much, and a flag comes in.
Paskey's pass is intended for number 20, so
wow.
There's a flag on the play.
I didn't see it.
I didn't either. Fleetmaster's call is against the Fairfield Union Falcons. You'll hear it here.
Defensive pass interference. Number 1. After this results in the first down.
You can see it here. You know, I'm not a football official, so I don't know, how they interpret or what constitutes it. But from what we normally see, that's usually not pass interference.
First and goal at the 7, and here's a carry by number 33, Frankie Williams, a sophomore. Gets him inside the 5.
Number 33, Frankie Williams, the ball carrier for the Bulldogs. Brought down by the Falcons, number 14,
Well, since it's that time of year and all the debates going on, I guess that's the best way I can phrase it, okay?
Clock down to 2 minutes to play in the first half. Paskey gives it off. Is this Jude this time? I think it is.
Number 23, Dylan Jude, the ball carrier for the Bulldogs.
Or was it 33?
It was 33.
Frankie Williams.
Brought down by the Falcons, number 14, Brad Wolf. And 2 on the play, brings up third.
So there's 33 and 23 there. They've both gotten carries tonight. We need a spotter, don't we? Third and goal. Paskey this time gives it to Jude, and Jude, following his blockers, diving, not going to make it.
Number 23, Dylan Jude, the ball carrier for the Bulldogs.
Hunter Sunko makes the stop at the 1 yard.
I don't.
Brings up 4th and goal from the 1.
I think you're going Paskey. I mean,
I agree.
Again,
I thought they were going 2 right there.
Yeah, I'm not that complicated, but he's been effective most of the night.
I don't think there's been a time that he's not gained a yard.
Now the Falcons have given a good effort down here inside the 10-yard line, but you're pushed to shove right now because they're going to let the clock run and call timeout.
Yeah, they are. They will call timeout. They'll have 35.5 seconds showing on the clock, and that gives me a chance to tell you that coming up, you'll see the halftime show. Our tonight's halftime is brought to you by North Body Shop, providing quality customer service, parts, and reliability since 1979. Owner Mark North will provide you with a free written warranty on each estimate. That's Mark North of North Body Shop. He'll treat you right. Halftime coming up in just about 35 seconds. We'll have the band show. There's the Bloom-Carroll Band. We'll see them tonight on our halftime band show, and we'll tell you momentarily who that band show is sponsored by. So we want to say thanks again to Chad Little and all the folks here at Bloom-Carroll. We always try to get to the county schools or at least cover the county schools at least once in a football season, and this is always a nice place to come.
Sometimes due to schedules and everybody's demands and all those things, we sometimes get to certain places more than other. But again, it's just a pleasure and a real privilege for us to get to come and do the games in the county schools.
So 4th and goal from the 1 for the Bulldogs. We'll see what play they drew up here. You and I both think Paskey to keep it. We'll see if we're right.
I'd follow my.
Look how tight everybody's bunched in.
Yeah, I'd follow one of my backs with him.
Yep. Touchdown. No signal. Yeah, there it is.
Well, he's back by the soccer goal at the end of the end zone. You might want to signal a touchdown,
Result of the play is touchdown.
How about the push of the line? Everybody was back near the soccer goal.
Yeah, I mean, that was no doubt.
So another touchdown for Paskey. And we will see if they go for 2. They did miss an extra point earlier, but
No,
you don't have to go for 2.
No.
You see a lot of coaches that, for whatever reason, they
you don't have to
think they miss 1 extra point. They got to go for 2 the rest of the game.
Yeah, you don't have to catch that point right now. And you're putting them down 3 solid scores at this point. But that's a crusher for the Falcons because what you want to do is you want to go into halftime and talk about how you can win the game.
They fake the extra point, throw it to the end zone, and it's intercepted.
Yeah, I don't think you chase that point, but you know what? Coach Bartholomew is not your standard play call.
It's true.
And that's good.
Yeah.
Because everybody knows that's fine, and that's what he believes in. I've always said, coach what you know and coach how you're comfortable.
Yep.
Whatever it might be, whether you're totally conservative and you want to play this way or you're wide open and you want to do coach how you're comfortable.
13 plays, 58 yards, 5:16 off the clock, a 1-yard touchdown run. That's about as good as it gets. I mean, to only go 58 yards, but you take 15 plays and over 5 minutes off the clock.
Yeah, it's critical, you know, and you're looking at going in the half up, 19 points. You got to feel pretty comfortable with how you've played the first half. And, from the Falcons' standpoint, got off to a terrible start.
Yeah.
They weren't sharp early. Bounced back, and you saw some positives. Cut it to within a touchdown. Had a nice 2 drives in a row down the field, and it just kind of stalled here, Jared.
So they'll get the ball back with under a minute to play, and we'll see if they decide to do anything or they're just going to kneel on it and go to the locker room. And keep in mind, the Bulldogs will get the ball to start the second half because they opened the game with an onside kick and got it. So Gavin Brown to kick it away. It'll be taken. Oh, it's fumbled. And still loose. And I think the Bulldogs might have it. There's a scrum for it.
It has been an eventful night in the
it's
special teams.
Ball. Wow.
Well, you got, 23 seconds.
Number 3, Fisher Jones.
Fisher Jones recovered it. Watch this.
From the Falcon 27-yard line, Bulldogs will take over.
Didn't catch the football. I mean, and once it's loose like that, then you're, it's like a hot potato.
Yeah. So the Bulldogs have it again, 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line. 23 seconds showing on the clock. I believe they have 1 or 2 timeouts left. Harvey back to pass. He's pressured. Has a man wide open, Jude, and he slides down with the catch inside the 5.
I tell you, impressive by Harvey, too, eluding the rush, finding the receiver. It wasn't a perfect pass, but it was catchable, and that's all you can ask for.
First and goal.
Harvey. Touchdown pass. This time it's to Jacob Peters.
Harvey's pass complete to number 22.
He zipped that one in there.
Yeah, he did.
Just ran a little quick corner cut to the flag, and bam, he zipped it in there.
Makes it 32-7, 10 seconds to play in the first half.
From the Falcons' standpoint, as a coaching staff, you got to be a little disappointed here in the end of the half. That's 2 touchdowns within 30 seconds.
Yeah.
You got it's got to be disheartening, but somehow you got to go in the locker room and pick your group up and give them something, really to bring out and have a good second half.
Brown's extra point attempt is up, and it is good.
Brown's
and with 10 seconds to play in the half, Bulldogs lead it 33-7.
Bulldogs 33, Fairfield Union Falcons 7.
So the Falcons now have a big hole to dig out of in the second half. And it'll start off with them on defense when they come out, so they'll have to get a stop. Most likely they're not going to try much right here with only 10 seconds. Although it's the last game of the season, what do you have to lose?
You have nothing to lose at this point. And, actually both coaches have left, been creative, play calling and decisions. Special teams have really hurt the Falcons tonight. The play by Bloom-Carroll has really bolstered them into this lead. Other special teams.
The kick formation for the Bulldogs is number 11, Gavin Brown.
Going to kick it the same direction they did before. And this one is returnable up to about the 30. And the clock will stop at 4.2 seconds showing.
Number 33, Keaton Boyle returned to kick.
Keaton Boyle was the return man for Fairfield Union.
Bulldogs, number 20, Colin Sells. Falcons will take over 1st and 10 from their own 31-yard line.
So we'll see what Fairfield Union does here. Will they kneel on it or try something?
I think they'll just run a play.
Young under center. Heston and Schultz in the backfield, and Young will just kneel on it.
Will Young took a knee for the Falcons.
So the Bulldogs will take a 33-7 lead into the halftime locker room. Your halftime band show is coming up next, brought to you by Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, Crematory and Monuments. Family owned and operated since 1889. Their website at funeralhome.com will guide you through their choice of dignified funeral services and monuments with personalized options. Respect for tradition, regard for change. Halftime band show also brought to you by Fairfield Federal. Fairfield Federal is pleased to announce a new look and upgrade to their internet banking and bill pay service, in addition to a more secure login. They've added many exciting new features. You can also save time and do your banking on the go, available now on your smartphone. Look for their app in the marketplace, Fairfield Federal. Internet banking that revolves around you. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Your halftime score, Bloom-Carroll 33, Fairfield Union 7. Halftime band show coming up next on the high school football game of the week.
IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Football Game of the Week. Brought to you by Fairfield Medical Center, Ohio University Lancaster, R.N. Smith Heating and Cooling, Tiki Bowling Lanes, Sheridan Funeral Home, Tiberios Ristorante, Fairfield DD, the Edwards Insurance Agency, the Huddle Tire Company, the Lancaster Eagle Gazette, Fairfield National Bank, Personal Touch Party Rentals, Fairfield Federal, Dawn's Furniture, Kumler Collision and Automotive, the Carriage Company, the Fairfield Center for Disabilities, Fleet Masters, the Window Man, Ohio Christian University, the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, North Body Shop, Kirkbride Lawn Care, Wall-to-Wall Floors, and Standing Stone Bank.
I'm Anna. I'm 3 years old. I'm a doctor because I help people. I'm going to check my ears now. It's got bugs in there.
Awesome! Wow! I am 63 inches.
You're not done yet. It's gonna be okay.
Come experience the Huddle Tire difference. Locally owned and operated since 1910, we're your independent tire and auto repair shop. We carry all major brands of tires, including Goodyear, Cooper, BF Goodrich, and many more. But we're more than just tires. From safety inspections to alignments, brakes, shocks, and struts, even preventive maintenance, we can handle it all. Enjoy the ride at Huddle Tire Company, 300 South Columbus Street, or we can be reached at our website at huddletire.com.
Are you having problems with your heating and cooling system? Is your unit not as efficient as it should be? Replacing your home heating and cooling system is a major decision, one that shouldn't rely on cost alone. To enjoy better, cleaner air today, call R.N. Smith Heating and Air Conditioning. We feature Trane air conditioners, heat pumps, ventilation systems, thermostats, parts, service, and much more. It's hard to stop a Trane. R.N. Smith Heating and Air Conditioning, now in their 4th generation, with a fleet of over 20 installation and service units, here to provide you with total customer satisfaction.
This is a special place. A place that is leading the way. Serving society. Instilling values. Preparing today's workforce. Eternally focused. This is Ohio Christian University.
Hi, I'm Zane Harshaw. I am 20 years old, and I've been playing guitar for 5 years. I started on Guitar Hero when I was like 13 and 14. Then I stopped playing, and I told them I want to play the real thing. So I was a fast learner. They said I've got the gift from God. Well, I like to play rock, a little bit of blues, jazz, and I played reggae. Yeah, a little R&B and Christian music. Like if I go to church or something. I play by ear, so I listen to it a couple times, then I play along with it sometimes, then I memorize it. Some other guitar players saying, Zane, you're way too good on the guitar. I like to play in front of a lot of people. I want them to say, Blue Spectrum, we love you.
Checking out those first half stats, Shu.
Well, one stat as far as this tells it right there when Bloom-Carroll has 200 yards rushing in the first half. And if you're coaching a defensive high school football team, that's not one stat you want to see. And the other stat that really isn't on here are turnovers, and especially off special teams.
Yeah.
Miscues, bobbled balls.
It was just 20-7 with 20 seconds left to go in the half.
Yes.
And now it's 33-7.
Yeah, 13 points in the last 20-some seconds, and all of a sudden you got a blowout. But
right.
You just got to take care of business now. And from the Fairfield Union standpoint, you got to coach some effort up here and defensively, and see if you can get some stops and maybe change some momentum.
That's your first half summary report, brought to you by Sheridan Funeral Home. Sheridan Funeral Home is proud to be supporting high school football. They've been serving the communities of Lancaster and Fairfield County for over 100 years. Second half kickoff is teed up, and it is away, brought to you by Tiki Bowling Lanes. And it'll be a short kick down to the 32-yard line. Tiki Bowling Lanes, fun for the whole family. Offering specials throughout the week. To find out more, you can visit them on the web at tikilanes.com. We did get a couple of score updates over the PA system here at Bloom-Carroll at halftime out at Baltimore. Liberty Union and Amanda Clear Creek in another Mid-State League Buckeye Division battle, tied up at 14 at halftime. Sounds like a good game there.
Sure does.
And over at Fulton Field at Lancaster, the Golden Gales lead their rival Newark 35-0. And that one probably into the third quarter already. They start theirs at 7 o'clock in the OCC. No, I'm sorry, they're at 7:30.
That's correct.
Mid-State League's at 7 o'clock, so they're probably not to halftime yet, or quite, maybe just starting halftime.
It has been a rough year for the Newark Wildcats,
yes,
to say the least.
First and 10 here, Bulldogs, and a flag going to come flying in before they start their first play of the second half.
Start of the offense.
We heard part of it.
Yeah, I hope this is not a sign of the second half.
Yeah, no kidding.
As a result of the penalty,
so it does go on Bloom-Carroll. First and 15. Seth Paskey will start out. We say it quarterback, really just catches the snap and either hands off or runs it usually.
Now you got 4 wide and 5 wide, and actually run 1 in motion, and he is going to throw it.
Yeah, pressured a lot, and it's complete and knocked out of bounds at about the 30, or rather the 26-yard line.
Yeah, that's not any gain.
Pass is complete to number 2, Austin Sorg.
Austin Sorg on the reception. Second down and 15 again. Paskey looking to pass. Lofts one down the middle of the field. He's got a man, and it's incomplete. It was intended for number 38. That's Grant Dozer.
He got a lot of air under that one also, as he did in the first half.
Dozer trying to look over that left shoulder, just was not able to haul it in. So 3rd down and 15 now for the Bulldogs.
3rd down and 15.
If the Falcons want any shot of getting back into this, they need a stop right here. They'd get decent field position if they could get a stop right here. Harvey back in at quarterback. Nice pass and a nice catch at the 40. Plenty of running room out across midfield and still going. This is number 22, Jacob Peters, finally down, all the way down near the 30.
Well, question answered about the Carroll offense. They are not going to play conservative. They're going to play their game. That's their job to stop them.
So 1st down after the big gain for the Bulldogs.
You can see here, good throw, catch, and run. Hit him right in the move, Jared.
Here's Dylan Jude on 1st down. That's a pretty good gain.
Number 23, Dylan Jude, the ball carrier for the Bulldogs.
Give him about 6, 2nd down and 4.
Number 11, Jared Porter.
We're hoping to get a chance to talk to Athletic Director Chad Little. And we wanted to talk to him about a number of different things here at Bloom-Carroll going on, but namely this football team and their chances at the playoffs and what the outlook is for them. Here's a handoff again to Jude. And this time not a whole lot there. Maybe gets up near the 20. It's going to bring up a 2nd down, or check that, 3rd down and 2.
And number 63, Caleb McGrady.
Greg Cordell comes trotting off
2 on a play,
for the Bulldogs.
3rd down and 2.
Paskey and Jude in the backfield, along with Harvey. Here is Jude, and very close to the 1st down. It's going to be close.
From our angle, I think they marked him short.
Woodside made the tackle.
Brought down by number 45, Colin Woodside. Gain of 1 on the play, brings up 4th down and 1.
4th down and 1, obviously 4-down territory here for the Bulldogs. Harvey out of the shotgun with Jude right beside him. Harvey keeps it himself, and I think with that 2nd effort he got it. With that, the initial hit, I think they would have stopped him, but with the 2nd effort he got the 1st down.
Yeah, well, you know, they've hurt him the whole game with that straight up the middle there with the quarterback runs, and Fairfield Union gave resistance that time, where actually Carroll's had some plays where there's just been no resistance.
That camera angle right there was a good look at it. It was right on the line of scrimmage, and you saw rather right on the line to get. Harvey, pass is complete inside the 5. And the receiver is number 2, that's Austin Sword. So the Bulldogs knocking on the door again inside the 5.
Result of the play, good for a Bulldog, 1st down.
Paskey now back in behind center. Hands it off to Jude, and Jude is into the end zone for the touchdown.
Well, if Fox can lose power on national TV in the World Series, it happens to IVP every once in a while also.
That's true.
Yeah, I guess we had shorter time when
That's
they
true.
were out. But you know who got blamed for that was Rob Lowe and Fred Savage, because as Buck Red was reading their promo, it went out. So he calls them the curse now.
Young passes over to Hunter Sunkel, and Sunkel going to make that into a short gain. I'm amazed with the pop that we heard here in the press box. I'm amazed that we're the only thing that lost power.
And not only lost power, other things can be lost too when it pops like that. And shows evidence of.
Yeah, definitely. So 2nd down and 8 for the Falcons. Young will be under center. Heston in the backfield along with Brad Wolf. Or check that, it's Schultz. Young running for his life and not going to get away. He's going to be sacked back near the 30.
Will Young is the ball carrier for the Falcons. Brought down by the Bulldogs, number 23. Dylan Jude.
Third down and long is what the Falcons face here.
Get your 50-50 tickets out.
Young will split Figgins out wide to the right. Sunkel's also out there with him. Heston stands right beside Young. And the snap is on the ground. And Young still hits his man. Oh, I don't know. That's close.
Yeah, he's a little short.
Young's pass is complete to number 1.
Going to get a good spot.
Needs to get to the 45. They're going to give it to him.
Yeah, they got it.
The snap is on the ground.
A generous spot.
Yeah, I thought on the roll he got it. Here it is.
Yeah. I thought he was down to see the ball.
Down, yeah.
The ball was short, in my opinion.
But still, being up a 4th and 1, down this many, you're probably going to go for it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I just thought it was a generous spot for the Falcons.
Score is 40-7. Bloom-Carroll on top of Fairfield Union. 1st and 10 for the Falcons. There's a handoff to the first man through. That is Heston again. Gain of 1. 2nd and 9.
36, the ball carrier for the Falcons. Brayton Heston. Brought down by the Bulldogs, number 26, Blake Whitline.
Young out of the shotgun, looking to pass, and hits his man Woodside, and Woodside with that second effort close to a 1st down.
Yeah, real good effort.
Hey, I want to say thanks to Tiberios Pizzeria. They provide quality ingredients and exceptional service. Menu items include pizza, pasta, stromboli, and subs for carryout or delivery. They can be reached at 740-654-2317. They're providing footballs along with Promotions by Design for our fans of the game. We would also like to thank Catherine Cheek and the gang at Promotions by Design for providing tonight's footballs, and the Bloom-Carroll cheerleaders have those footballs, and they're throwing them up into the stands now and into the student section, that is. See what kind of arm these girls have. Not bad, not bad.
Not bad.
Uh-oh, that one was short. So thanks to the Bloom-Carroll cheerleaders for helping us out there throughout the Promotions by Design footballs. Thanks to Tiberios Pizzeria as well. It's a happy fan right there. Oh, he's got a Falcons hat on. I bet the Carroll cheerleaders didn't know they were throwing it to a Falcon fan.
You can see him toting the balls around here. Guys are glad to have a ball, new ball.
Here's Schultz. Takes a punishment there at the end of the run.
Number 2, Nick Schultz.
Looked like that last kid that had the ball was the WOUB fan of the game for Gridiron Glory. See that shirt he had on?
Yeah. Maybe that's why.
2nd down and 1 for Fairfield Union. They trail at 40-7 as the clock ticks down to 2 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. There he is. It's a good shot of the football as well. Young rolling out, looking downfield, and I think that one bounced into the arms of Figgins.
Young's pass intended for number 1.
He's tried to sell it that he caught it, but there's no replay in the Mid-State League.
No, there isn't.
We have it, though. Let's see.
Yeah, that hopped, Jared.
Yeah, definitely hopped.
Yeah.
So 3rd and 1. Young will move under center. Here's Heston, and dives forward, and he has the first down, I do believe.
Braden Heston, the ball carrier for the Falcons. Brought down by the Bulldogs, number 26, Blake Wickline.
So 1st and 10 for Fairfield Union. Clock down inside of a minute to play in the third quarter. Young rolling to pass, had a man open momentarily, and now threw one out there. It was tipped out of bounds.
Pass intended for number 4, Nick Bishop.
Intended for Nick Bishop. Bishop was open right at the beginning of that pass pattern.
Yeah, the clock's still running.
Huh, interesting. On an incomplete pass.
Yeah. Officials haven't caught it yet.
No, they haven't.
Because it's going to run out.
Yep. And
at the end of the 3rd quarter, the score, Bloom-Carroll Bulldogs 40.
What,
30-point rule. Running clock, Jared. We haven't had this all year.
That's true.
You know.
So at the end of the third quarter, the Bloom-Carroll Bulldogs lead the Fairfield Union Falcons 40-7. We'll take a timeout. Be back with more of the Buffalo Wild Wings high school football game of the week.
Well, I walk into the room, passing out $100 bills and
Listen to me. I am captain of the track team. And if I'm late,
she doesn't really think she's going to get out of here, does she?
Be nice. She's new.
Hello, is anyone there? Ugh!
Wow. Even from our standards, you look awful.
Oh, sweetie, what happened?
Me? My friend Becky got to talk to this super cute boy, and I tried to act like I wasn't jealous, but I so totally was. And then out of nowhere, this concrete barrier just popped up. Maybe it was a semi.
You mean you were driving?
Yeah. I mean, I know the whole eyes on the road thing, but this was a super important text. Maybe you have to know, Becky.
Texting? Great.
But it was only like 5 seconds, and I'm a really, really fast texter, so it wasn't even a big deal. Actually, has she texted me back yet? Wow, I get like no bars in this place. I wonder if they have Wi-Fi here.
And the pass is complete. This time, in at quarterback is Zach Shin for the Falcons. And he completed the pass on 2nd and 10. Brings up a 3rd down and 3.
You know, as we went away, we talked about, you know, and for us, we have not had one-sided games all year.
That's true.
But once it hits 30 points, the clock runs in high school football now.
Until it gets to 2 minutes to go, either in the half or the game, right?
Yes.
And then it stops as normal. So Zach Shin in at quarterback for Fairfield Union. The 5'10", 150-pound sophomore. Shin, back to pass, lofts one to the end zone. It is caught down there near the goal line. That is Hunter Sunkel out of the 2.
Showed some accuracy right there, Jared.
Yeah.
That's not an easy throw.
So nice pass from Shin and catch from Sunkel.
Now watch here. I mean, he puts it there.
Result of the play is good for a Falcon first down.
Good throw.
So 1st and goal at the 2. Colin Woodside is lined up right behind Shin as a lead blocker. Here's Brad Wolf trying to power his way into the end zone, and he's going to be backed up. Forward progress was stopped inside the 1.
Number 14.
Trying to see who led the charge.
Brad Wolf, the ball carrier for the Falcons.
Is that number 20 and 17?
Number 33, Frankie Williams.
Yeah, 33 made the initial hit.
Second and goal from the 1.
Frankie Williams Also in there was Colin Sells and Levi Parcell. So 2nd and goal from the 1. And this time, Wolf falls forward for the touchdown.
Number 14, Brad Wolf, the ball carrier for the Falcons. Result of the play is good for a Falcon touchdown.
So Will Young comes back onto the field to kick the extra point. Out of the hold, Spencer Conrad. And the kick is good. So with 9:34 to play in the ball game, the Bulldogs lead the Falcons 40-14. And Shu, let's thank some sponsors.
Let's say thanks to Infinitely Outdoors. They provide a complete design center for all your outdoor needs, including design and build services for soft and hardscapes. And they also design and build water features. Need rocks, holy, pink, green, and black? They have them. Check out their fall pumpkins and mums now in stock, and the big green egg while visiting them. Infinitely Outdoors conveniently is located at 450 West Fair Avenue across from Goodwill, where they take the comforts of the inside out. And let's say thanks to Wall to Wall Floors, where customer satisfaction is their top priority. They carry a wide variety of brand name carpet, vinyl, hardwood, engineered wood, tile, and laminate flooring. You can visit them on the web at walltowallfloors.com.
So the Falcons get another score on the board to make it 40-14. Woodside to kick it away. It's going to be touched at the 45, and a smart decision there to just fall on it by number 13, A.J. Seavolt.
Ball is down for the Bulldogs by number 13, A.J. Seavolt.
Well, here's the interesting thing now. You go back to, since the lead is now under 30, you go back to normal clock management as far as pertains to Ohio High School Athletic Association rules.
And Shu, as we move along here in this 4th quarter, if we get a chance, you and I have talked about the differences in rules from the pro game to the college game and on down to the high school. And you did some research, and I did some research, and you came up with some different rules differences that are going to be kind of interesting to the fans at home watching that maybe don't realize are different in the high school game. Here's a handoff fumble on the handoff. A couple new players in there for the Bulldogs. It's Cooper Vest in at quarterback. And the handoff was to number 84, Grant Goodman.
I know I had a fortunate opportunity to talk to 2 head officials that are referees and know the rules because they have to interpret them, as they call them, the white hats. Ron Wintermute from Newark and Tom Stoughton from Lancaster, who is an OCC assigner and evaluator. So had an opportunity to ask them, what are some of the most common rules that are misunderstood, I should say, a better way to phrase it, and differences from high school to Saturday or Sunday, or I guess they play every day of the week now, but from college to pro. And, you know, some of them that are, you know, real interesting is in high school, pass interference is not an automatic first down. It's 15-yard penalty. So I would say if I'm coaching defense and you're out 40 yards and they throw a long pass, I'm going to tackle.
Why not?
Absolutely. I'll give up 15 yards.
Yeah. And there's a fumble.
That's a good hit.
Yes, it was. Grant Goodman was the ball carrier. He was hit hard and lost the ball.
I think it may have propelled the ball for a first down.
It did.
Fumble on the play recovered by the Bulldogs, number 56, Nick Wing.
Right there's the hit.
Look here, you see it loose. And look what I found.
Yeah.
And I've got a first down.
The hit was made by Jared Porter. 1st and 10 Bulldogs. Clock runs at 7:46 to play in the ball game. 40-14 is the score. Vest will keep it himself, and he's going to be hit and driven backwards.
You know what's good? We're seeing a lot of young players here, Jared, and that's a great opportunity to get kids in the game. And, you know, for Carroll, you've determined your own fate at least. You know, I mean, 6-4 may not be the season you wanted, but if you get a chance in the playoffs and, you know, it doesn't look great having to go, you're probably going to go to the River to play Steubenville or St. Clairsville.
Yeah.
And both teams are outstanding. Bottom line is, though, I used to say you can't beat them if you don't play them. So, it's an opportunity to be in the playoffs.
Vest will hand it off again to Goodman. And Goodman keeping those feet moving and gets all the way up across midfield to about the 47 of Fairfield Union. Another interesting rule difference, Shu, is the personal fouls. Personal fouls and unsportsmanlike penalties are also not an automatic first down in the high school game.
No, they're 15-yard penalties.
But I thought for sure we had one earlier this year that was given an automatic first down.
It may have. I mean, honestly, if you're an official, number one of your main things that you should do as an official, you better make sure you know the rules.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And obviously the referee has to interpret them. I don't remember that. Oh, what a run.
Yeah, Goodman, good run for a first down.
But there's always some quirky things in all sports, Jared. But I've been an official in another sport, and I've been able to work for lots and lots of outstanding high school coaches over the years. But I will tell you that, I know per se that not one of them knows the rules as well as I do. They might know some of them, or they may even know one that might even can get by me, but I know them better than you. And I feel that's my responsibility to make sure I know them.
Right. It's the coach's job to coach, and it's the official's job to know the rules, right?
Well,
all of them.
Yeah, exactly. And the coach's job, I used to say when I was dealing on the sidelines, I knew the ones that I knew that were going to affect what I needed to know well enough.
Right.
I'm not going to question judgments and all that. That comes too much. But there were a couple of times where I actually did get them correct, and had some interesting discussions, I'd say, with certain officials.
Yeah.
But I didn't know the rules in depth.
Second down and 13 for the Bulldogs. Vest will hand it off. I don't have a 25 listed on the roster.
Well, we've got a lot of young players in there. It used to be we'd say, oh, they're in, they got clean uniforms. Well, on the turf, they're all clean.
Shu, how about the rule difference about when there's a penalty on a scoring play? What do you always see the team that scores do?
Well, they decline.
They decline it.
Exactly.
But why not take the penalty and take it on the kickoff?
Yeah, in high school, you have that option. There's no what they call dead penalties.
Yeah.
No free fouls. You can assess it on the try, or you can wait till the kickoff and assess it.
And another fumble. That's 3 on this drive, and Bloom-Carroll's gotten them all back.
Going to look interesting in the stats.
Yeah. But that call there where you talk about, do you accept the penalty and just move it closer on the extra point attempt? That moves you a yard closer, and you can maybe go for 2.
It all depends on your team and how you play those tries after touchdown. But yeah, people watch Sunday football obviously, and they come out on Friday, and we hear them sometimes yelling certain things, and I'm like, unfortunately, it's not the same rule.
Right. Carroll's going to call a timeout. As clock was running down here, they face a 4th down. And Shu, I think we have, one more sponsor we need to thank?
Yeah, the Window Man of Lancaster. Customers expect the best, and that's what they deliver. From your initial contact with their knowledgeable representatives through the installation of those products by experienced, detail-oriented craftsmen, you'll be happy with the service that you receive, and most importantly, their results. They are located in Lancaster at 721 Union Street, or you can visit them at windowmanoflancaster.com.
Well, Shu, as the clock is down to near 3 minutes to play in the ball game, we will tell you that we're going to have players of the game from each of these teams tonight. We will do the Fairfield Union player of the game first, and we will save the Bloom-Carroll player of the game for last. First of all, how about let's do the Fairfield Union player of the game, brought to you by Fairfield National Bank. Have you ever wondered if this is the right time to buy a home or build one? Want to know what you can afford? What options are out there? What's the next step? Fairfield National Bank is already helping many people who dreamed of a new home make it happen this year. Our lenders give you straight answers, and we make decisions locally so you get the money you need quickly. Fairfield National Bank is a division of Park National Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. After this play, we will tell you who the Fairfield Union player of the game is, as Carroll will punt, but there's a flag and there was early movement.
Well, I think, Jared, for us who stood out for the Falcons tonight was big Colin Woodside, the 6'5", 250-pound sophomore.
Yeah.
Number 45, he just did an outstanding job for the Falcons. Caught balls from his tight end position. Always active defensively on the end out here and in the game. And
played well both sides of the ball.
I thought he really came to play.
Yep. So congratulations to Colin Woodside, number 45, who is the Fairfield National Bank Fairfield Union player of the game. We'll get to the Bloom-Carroll player of the game in just a moment after they punt it away here. Wow, nice job by the punter, Gavin Brown, just to get it away. And look at that, going to roll down inside the 10.
He knows his turf, man.
I'd say.
Tell ya.
Well, let's go ahead and name our Bloom-Carroll player of the game, which is going to be brought to you by the Edwards Insurance Agency, specializing in providing personalized insurance coverage that meets the needs of our individual clients. You can contact Todd or Dale Edwards today.
Well, we've said his name since the very opening drive for Bloom-Carroll. Cody Howard, 6', 245-pound senior, has been all over the field. Blocked the punt, made numerous tackles. Just been a heck of a football game for Cody tonight, and congratulations to him. I thought he stood out among all the players on the field.
So congratulations to number 54, Cody Howard, for the Bloom-Carroll Bulldogs. He is our Edwards Insurance Agency Bloom-Carroll player of the game. Shin back to pass for the Falcons. It is complete to Sunkel near the 15-yard line.
I also thought both thought, yeah, you see him right there. Had a heck of a game tonight.
Yeah, he did.
But I'd also like to say that Paskey and Harvey both also had big ball games for Carroll. I thought they were very impressive. Made big plays with their feet. And, I mean, heck, Paskey scored the first play of the game.
Yeah, you're right, he did.
Straight shot, looked like he was out of a cannon, straight for the goal line, you know. So I think both of them contributed immensely also. And just been a really, really good night for the Bloom-Carroll Bulldogs.
They lead it 40-14. 2:14 on a running fourth quarter clock. Shin fires a pass. Sunkel is wide open at the 45, going down the other side. He's got one man to beat. Hunter Sunkel to the 10 and dragged down at the 8-yard line.
I tell you, he turned it on a little bit when he caught it, though. He showed some nice speed and a good effort by the Carroll defender.
Jaden Hiles chased him down.
Number 32, Hunter Sunkel. Brought down by the Bulldogs, number 16, Jaden Hiles.
We're going to see a replay from, I believe, our field camera. Watch this. Yeah, beautiful pass from Shin. And
sure
nice
was.
job from Sunkel, catching it over the shoulder. So first and goal for the Falcons. Shin rolling out. He hits his man. It's Sunkel again, and Sunkel to the goal line, touchdown.
I tell you what, he made a good decision, Jared. He got rid of it quickly. Resulted in 6 points because he gave the receiver a chance to get square and get up the field, and Sunkel did a good job and a good effort to get to the pylon.
Zach Shin has come in at quarterback and led him to 2 scoring drives. Will Young to kick the extra point. And it is up, and it is no good. So 40-20 is the score with 1:50 to play here in the ball game.
Your score, Bloom-Carroll Bulldogs 40, Fairfield Union Falcons 20.
Well, Shu, we mentioned at the beginning of the ball game that Bloom-Carroll going into the game was right about a 62 to 65% chance of getting into the playoffs. But they needed a win to raise that to about 87. Need some things to happen. At last check, some of those things that they need to happen were happening. But again, it's one of those where you might make it to the playoffs, but you're going to have a battle on your hands if you have to go to Steubenville or St. Clairsville.
Yeah, you are, but you know, you want to play. You want
Right.
to play Week 11. If you're a player and coach, you want to coach Week 11 because, you know, that says something about your season and your program. The bottom line is you don't know because it's math involved, and the numbers are going to come out the way they come out. There's lots of projections. People have lots of opinions, but the bottom line is, and I like our system in Ohio because it's foolproof. The numbers will tell you exactly. It's set up. I'd love to see something like this for college football. I think Ohio High School has it right.
Look at that shot.
Wow.
Is that from Jason Roush's camera, I believe? Give a shout out to our crew tonight. Of course, that's from Jason Roush's camera, and then we don't know the lady's camera. There's her phone holding it up. But Jason Roush on camera. Also down on the field, Tom Russo back with us tonight. There's Jason. We saw Jimmy Spires earlier. He's on our top camera up in the press box, or up near the press box. Tom Russo's down on the field. There he is. Hey, got nice beanie cap tonight, too. Go Bucks. And then in the truck, as always, we have Bob Campetti, Aaron Ohl, Shane Messina, and also Beth Campetti tonight on stats, always doing a fine job.
Carroll's just running it out here, Jared.
Second down at 16 as the clock counts down to 1 minute and 15 to play in the ball game. So, Shu, if you're in the situation that Carroll is, if you're Coach Bartholomew, do you call the boys over to your house and watch the clock and get on, joeidle.com and check it at midnight or whatever? And
you know, there's people that do all the calculations and get all the level 2 points and can figure it and have it pretty close. They'll know by midnight tonight. You know what? I tell them, go get sleep. You know, the bottom line is they want to be with their families and, you know, whoever they hang out with after the games. They're going to go do all that. And then what you do is you say, I'll see you tomorrow at whatever time you meet, and you start to get ready. If you land 7th, you land 8th, no matter what, it doesn't matter. You're going to go play. So, let's get excited and go give it a shot. I tell you what, if they go wide open as they played to open the game tonight, what do you got to lose?
Sure.
But there's no guarantee. If Meadowbrook wins, it's not guaranteed. I always liked when people said it was 100% chance. You said 87, that makes you feel good. That might make you feel good, but it may not work.
There's Jimmy Spires.
One sucker a night, Jim. One sucker a night.
I see you broke out the gloves tonight.
Well, you know what? It feels like real autumn evening tonight. And it should be. I mean, heck, Halloween tomorrow.
Right. Couple kneel downs here for the Bulldogs.
Comes another one.
Vest will kneel on it. And they will have one more, and they will walk away with a victory tonight over their Mid-State League Buckeye Division foe, Fairfield Union. You see the clock there counting down on our Buffalo Wild Wings scoreboard, showing the Bulldogs leading 40-20. One more snap, and Coach Bartholomew, you see him there, will have a 6-4 record in the 2015 campaign. And actually, they will not have to snap it. Play clock is more than the game clock, and so the Bulldogs will win it 40-20 over the Fairfield Union Falcons. Tonight's final stats and wrap-up brought to you by Don's Furniture and Mattress, located at 1118 East Main Street. They've been serving Lancaster and Fairfield County area for over 23 years. Over those years, Don's has supported numerous charities and youth sports teams, and they continue to support our community. Don's values every customer and wishes all area teams a successful season. To find out more, you can visit them on the web at donsfurniture.com. And Shu, as we do the Don's Furniture wrap-up, I tell you what, Bloom-Carroll came right out of the gate and set the tone early with the onside kick. They recovered it in the first play from scrimmage. It was Seth Paskey going right up the middle, untouched for a touchdown.
Set the tone, as you said, Jared. You see the final stats here, and Again, Carroll over 200 yards, but their special teams were special tonight. All over, just at the very, like you said, at the very beginning, you set the tone, and they just kind of smacked them. And I thought Fairfield Union had made a valiant attempt to come back, made that first drive, and lost the football, but then made the next drive. And thought, oh, we're in for a battle tonight. But give Carroll credit. Carroll outplayed Fairfield Union tonight in a lot of areas, and just were explosive. And congrats to them, because they've got a pretty doggone good chance to make the playoffs. And the Falcons, well, you made improvements. It's not where you want to be, so you got to take what you've done positive and work on it and get better for next year.
So the Falcons finished their season with a 4-6 record. Meanwhile, Bloom-Carroll finishes the regular season 6-4, and a chance still to move into the playoffs. They will know later tonight, so we want to wish them good luck. If they do make it, we certainly wish them good luck in whoever it is they face, and I'm sure they will represent Fairfield County well.
Hey, anytime a team out of your league makes the playoffs, that says a lot about your league.
Absolutely. Again, your final score, Bloom-Carroll 40, Fairfield Union 20. Want to thank, again, Chad Little and the crew here at Bloom-Carroll for allowing us to come into the press box and bring you this game, and thanks to our crew. For Tim Shoemaker, I'm Jared Stewart. Have yourselves a great night, everybody.
IVP Sports has brought you the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Football Game of the Week. Brought to you by Fairfield Medical Center, Ohio University Lancaster, R.N. Smith Heating and Cooling, Tiki Bowling Lanes, Sheridan Funeral Home, Tiberios Ristorante, Fairfield DD, the Edwards Insurance Agency, the Huddle Tire Company, the Lancaster Eagle Gazette, Fairfield National Bank, Personal Touch Party Rentals, Fairfield Federal, Dawn's Furniture, Kumler Collision and Automotive, the Carriage Company, the Fairfield Center for Disabilities, Fleet Masters, the Window Man, Ohio Christian University, the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, North Body Shop, Kirkbride Lawn Care, Wall-to-Wall Floors, and Standing Stone Bank. This has been an IVP Sports production.
For more than 50 years, the Fairfield Center for Disabilities and Cerebral Palsy has been encouraging hope and fostering relationships for individuals with disabilities and cerebral palsy. The center has created a community within our local community through rich, vibrant programming. Its adult day services, offered 5 days a week, includes activities both at the center and at locations throughout the community. The center has something for each individual to connect with others and foster their unique interests and skills, helping them to lead enriched and independent lives. Through these programs, the center is constantly evolving services to meet the changing needs of Fairfield County residents with disabilities and helping to encourage hope and foster relationships, truly building a community.